Alright guys, today is the 28th of December and it is cold out, and I got some more video here of the flail and what's going on here. Whoa boys, watch out. Here's a nice squirrely one. So we got the flail set up with a new combination today. We're trying something else out, something interesting that you guys might like to see. The 5500 paired up with a Model 40 drum chipper. And for you guys who are watching, Mike and John, it is definitely cold today, and you can see where we got the flails up to right around 86%. So it's right up there. Saturday before this, it was raining and it was muddy, and the bark was still coming off easy, but now at 10 below last night here in Massachusetts, it's sticking hard. And you can see this squirreler one. Why we got the excavator over here? We're trying to keep him from flying off the sides and getting all squirrely on us. But here we go. He's finally got the bucket out of the way, and he guided it in there, and there it goes. So yeah, we're trying something new. Now you can just see we just started running the flail with this drum chipper, and if you notice what's coming out the back there, a lot of bypass, carry back is coming out of there, and I don't know, we're trying the machine out, and we just got them to talk to each other, which works really nice, especially when you get a big one coming through. The flail would just keep jamming them down the chute of down the throat of the chipper, and it would stall the chipper. But we were able to get them to talk together and communicate. And I got to say though that this drum chipper really makes a really good chip. I'm really surprised at how good it'll make a chip. Now you can see it's cold out today. We actually had to put this torpedo heater on the fuel tank, and I'm warming up my hands here. And this is about noontime, and this is the first load. It was cold out this morning. We started at 6:30 trying to get stuff running, and it didn't work very good to get it going until about noontime. I mean, we were spinning fuel filters on and off like a professional ice skater doing pirouettes. You know, it was crazy how many filter changes we were doing. And normally, see, he's checking the fuel pressure right here, making sure it's up there. It's in the 80s now, where it should be. Normally, we cut the fuel. When it gets down below 10 degrees, I cut the fuel 20%, 25% with kerosene. And but this one just caught me with my pants down, right? It went from the mid 30s and 40s right down to below zero. And today it didn't even reach above zero. It was that bad. So we didn't have much time to treat the fuel with kerosene. Although we treat it with chemicals, it just didn't do the job. So you notice that big crotch that just went through there. That's something that the Model 30 just would not eat up. So we had to do a lot of work with the slasher to get this stuff to go through the big Model 30. So, but there is an interesting, unique niche out there for a screened chip, which this chipper can produce. So I'm looking around to see what's out there that will work with my 5500 flail, and see what will make the best sense for me. So let's go on up here again and see what's going on with Donnie shoving this wood in here. Most of this wood in here is maple and ash, and he's sticking it right in, whole tree. So let's go back up front here and take a look at it as it comes out. Now you can see, look at all those chips come out of there. Now I'm in the business of, when I chip it, I want it to get into the van, right? I'm trying to make a buck off the breeze on the leaves. So I just can't see them chips pouring out of there? That's just too much. We figured out how many chips we were losing right there, and that is the payment of the machine in a month or less. So that's just too much. We just can't take that. So we're going to have to do something about that if we decide to keep a drum chipper on the job. So now we're going to go check out the ITI modified possum belly, they called this one. And the drivers love this trailer because the weight is down low. And you'll notice I'm going to point out right now that modified possum belly right there. And then it's got this little wedge design, comes back up, and it even flattens back out again as it comes out. We do have one problem with this at this time of year. The trees are not quite frozen yet. And so when you put them in the trailer like that and you have 2 hours to go up to dump, they all like to come out. They all like to slide out in one block. Well, it's pretty hard getting all those chips out if they're not completely frozen, because the whole load wants to move at once and it jams in the back half of the trailer. That's the only problem we found with those trailers, because the wood just freezes up together. You know, you're sticking that unfrozen wood through the chipper and it's basically getting flash frozen as it heads out the chute, as that moisture hits 0 degrees and just packs itself into one another and freezes. So when the wood gets completely frozen, it dumps out and shatters. It looks like shattered glass as it spreads out all over out on the floor and the deck when we dump it. But look at those chips piling up. We're only in about 7 minutes into the video, and we got probably a yard already out the back. But it'll make a chip out of anything. It'll make a great 5/8 chip out of sticks and shattered wood, which the disc chipper will not do. Crooked wood, it turns sideways, or short pieces just come out as shattered sticks out the disc. So that's another reason why we're trying out the drum chipper. It's got a screen in it and it works nice. So far where we've been dropping our chips, they just love it. So let's take another look at a different angle behind the slasher. A little safer view, right? But the sun's in our eyes. So here we go. Trying to make a buck. So if it'll go through the flail and come out the other side, we're sticking it in.